Greetings and salutations. I am the Adjutant. Well, today we're going to be breaking down military pay, benefits, and reality so you can make informed decisions. Well, you've heard it before, you'll hear it again. The military doesn't pay well, or maybe officers get rich, enlisteds barely scrap by. Today we're separating facts from fiction because a lot of people, what they believe about the military pay is just flat out wrong. If you're active duty, guard, reserve, retired, or just thinking about serving, this video is for you. Today we're breaking down the biggest military pay myths, what service members actually earn, and why so many people misunderstand military compensation. Myth number 1, military members don't make much money. This, folks, is probably the most common myth and the most misleading. When people talk about military pay, they usually look only at base pay, and that's the problem. Base pay is not, I repeat, not equal to your total compensation. Tax-free allowances matter. Rank and time and predictable growth is what that equals. Rank and time equals predictable growth. Myth number 2, housing comes out of your pay. A lot of people think service members pay rent out of pocket. Well, that's just false. Let me tell you, housing allowance is added to your pay, not deducted. Now, based on the zip code and dependency status, you'll get more money. For example, someone living in New York City is probably going to get more money than, say, someone living in Pawleys Island, South Carolina, because they look at the whole demographic, the whole area. And by the way, it's also completely tax-free. Plenty of service members actually pocket the difference. So if, say, you're living in an area like New York City and folks are getting an extra $2,500 in their check for housing, well, if you find somewhere, I don't know where you're going to find it, but if you find somewhere that has your mortgage or your rent at, $1,500 or $1,000, just pocket the rest of it. Well, myth number 2, food allowance is tiny and meaningless. Well, unless you're eating far too much than you need to, that is not true as well. Food allowance isn't meant to be your grocery budget. It's meant to offset the cost of meals. And again, it's tax-free. So, tax-free equals more take-home value, especially impactful for junior enlisted service members. Myth number 4, cuatro, for all of my Hispanic brethren and sisterin out there, military health care isn't worth much. And folks, that has to be a huge myth. This is one of the biggest blind spots that you could ever think about. Military health care would cost thousands per year in the civilian world. Why? There's no monthly premiums. It's actually zero or low out-of-pocket costs, and family coverage is included. That's real money staying right in your pocket. Myth number 5, cinco, only officers are paid well. Haha, officers are paid more. There's no question about that, sports fans. But that doesn't mean enlisted members are underpaid. Senior enlisted, get their allowances, and that equals a strong compensation. Technical fields, they get bonuses, and bonuses matter. Leadership pay progression is steady. A seasoned enlisted member with dependents in a high-cost area can easily out-earn their civilian counterpart. Myth number 6, military pay doesn't keep up with inflation. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, that is something that is just, we'll just say, military pay is adjustable annually, often matching or even beating private sector pay. Remember, there's going to be cost of living adjustments. There's congressional oversight with all of the money and pay that service members receive. Allowances adjust separately. That stability matters, especially in uncertain economic times. Myth number 7, 7. Military pay stops when you retire. This one is flat out wrong. Let me tell you, as a retiree, that is wrong. Retirement pay, health care, and additional benefits can continue for the rest of your life. The pension system is phenomenal. And in society today, a lot of pensions are going the way of the dodo bird. There's not many places out in the world where you can have sustainable pensions for a long period of time. The healthcare access is wonderful. With all the Obamacare subsidies that may or may not be going away, or new healthcare provisions that are causing premiums to skyrocket, the access to healthcare, once you have it, and particularly as a retiree, it is just unmatched. To have one less concern for the rest of your life that you not have to worry about. VA and federal opportunities are abound. As a retiree or as a veteran, there's certain veteran preferences that are available to you that are not available to others in the general community, the community. So let's do a reality check. So why do these myths stick around? Well, people compare base pay only. So when you see, a private only makes $1,000 a month. Well, they're also going to get housing allowance, generally speaking, if they're married, subsistence allowances, clothing allowances, and, hazardous duty pay, depending on where they go. And the next thing you know, they're doing extremely well. Another reason these myths stick around is that benefits aren't visible on a paycheck. So if you're not paying into a medical premium, you don't see it, so you don't really necessarily know that is a huge benefit. And civilian comparisons miss tax advantages. Once you see the full picture, military compensation tells a very different story. The military pay may not make you instantly rich, but it absolutely provides stability, competitiveness, and often understated compensation. Well, if this video cleared up some things for you, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who still believes these antiquated myths. And if you want more breakdown on military pay and benefits and real-world numbers, this channel is built for you. I am the Adjutant, and I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.